Hi everybody, it's Tracy. I'm doing a Inktober update and I failed. Failed miserably. Um, but, that's just part of the procedure. That's part of my learning journey. It's something that happens. This was the second year that I did Inktober, and I was all primed, and I showed you in one of my previous videos that I got the Inktober box with the notebook and lots of tools, lots of pens, this beautiful, beautiful piece, that I haven't cleaned properly, but it's just absolutely divine with the cork, little grip there, and it's just so light. Lots of yummy tools to use, and I just absolutely fizzled out. So yeah, I just wanted to share that kind of journey, that even though we have fails and even though we have the best intentions and even though we have all the tools that we could ever possibly need, it just doesn't work. So I wanted to give you a little update and just to show what I got up to, because I showed you one. I got up to, what was that one? I can't even remember what that one was, the whale. And then we got up to day 13. So yeah, I just sort of found, so I'm just looking at the prompts for 31 days of tarot. 31 days of tarot, 31 days of Inktober. Yeah, I tried to pick it up, like after I finished the whale, which was day 12, I tried to pick it up. So what I tried to do was combine 2 days into one. So this was, it's so funny. It is just so bizarre. So this is day 13, guarded and clock. It's just so silly. This is one of the ones that I sort of quite like. So this was weak and angular, and I just probably finished watching How to Get Away with Murder. So that one worked out quite well, and I actually wanted him to be, oh God, what's his name? God, you watch so many seasons and then ended up being Connor. If you can see that's Connor, that would be amazing. But it was supposed to be Frank. Anyway, so that's one of the ones that I'm proud of. This is a really weird one. This is day 17. Swollen. So it's like a balloon that looks like a wolf, which is odd. And yeah, so this one was bottle. So they were just the ink bottles that were on my table at the time, because I couldn't think of anything else. And once you look over the ones that people have done, and you're just going, wow, that's just too cool. So what I was going to do was I was just going to talk while I finish off this one of Scorched. And that was day 19, and I'm not going to do any more. I'm not going to catch up or anything like that. I'm just going to quickly just do this one and just talk about how much I've learnt. And what I've sort of learnt is to forgive yourself. I don't even know if I'm in shot again, yeah. So just to forgive yourself for not completing, for whatever reason. I don't think you need to have any excuses as to why it didn't pan out. I don't know, there's just, you know, the things that I learned was to really, and I thought I knew this sort of going in the second year around, was to really know the tools that you're working with. So a bit of a newbie sort of fail on my part was getting all these new tools and really not knowing how to work with them. You know, I had the ink, what do you call these things? Whatever they're called, these hoosers. Yeah, blank, went blank. It'll be on here. It'll be on the card. So it is a nib holder with nib. So it's an E&M Gemini nib holder with nib, crafted in Germany. It's just divine. It's probably the best one I've ever used, apart from the one that I've already bought, which isn't smooth at all. But yeah, all these tools that was in the Inktober box, in the collection box, I got really excited. And then it just fizzled out. I tend to find that's what happens to me with a lot of things. Things are very flashy, things are very new, and then they lose their glitter. And then I lose interest. And that's one of the traits that really bugs me. It's like a kid in a toy store. You know, you want all the goodies, and then when you've got them, you just go, so what does that say? What does that really say? So what's been coming apparent to me is off on a little bit of a tangent, is my word for next year, it is already coming through, I thought it might have been transparency, but you don't really need that much transparency, do you? But is clarity, to have more of a clear vision as to what you want, as to what you see. And as I'm just looking at my gorgeous lemon quartz. Can you focus on that? You're really not going to focus, are you? There we go. To have more clarity. Just that clearness of vision, sticking things through when they're not really going your way, or if you're running out of steam, or, you know, looking at the parts of you that's like, well, why is that happening? Are you doing too much? Are you not focused enough? Are you not putting in enough time? And I think that's what really stuck out for me this year for Inktober, was the fact that I didn't put enough time and effort, whether I was working or, I think basically it just, yes, it's hard. It's hard to stick to a challenge for 31 days. That's why it's called a challenge. So what I'm doing now, I'm just finishing off this dude here. So this was the one for Scorched. And when I'm done, I will show you the finished product, so you're not listening to me ramble on. And there we go, he's done. He's kind of cute. So that's the Scorched. And I got up to day 19. So I'm happy with that. I really enjoyed it. That was like a 5-minute drawing that I just tend to overcomplicate things in my head and try to make them really more grand than what they actually are or what they need to be. So maybe that's something that I need to just take in with into next year's challenge and just keep on plugging along. So yeah, I will see you next time, guys. Bye.